On the elevator when I kiss you for the first time in New York City. What's up, people? It's me coming from the parking lot once again. Just on break. Figured I'd get some podcasting in. I have no idea what this song is. I am playing this shit off the radio, so it sounds pretty cool. I'll say that. Most of the music on the radio nowadays I have not really liked that much, but I must say this is a pretty nice song. But I will definitely check it out. Go ahead and turn that shit down. It's Monday. The playoffs happened this weekend, and man, the Raiders played bad. Not going to blame it on the refs. Wasn't their fault. Raiders played bad. Like, definitely should have not had so many goddamn holding calls. The game probably would have went a lot better. Besides that, most of the games were all blowouts, man. They're all kind of boring. Except for the Dallas game. That was the only other one that was close, and I thought that was hilarious. It was supposed to be them boys' year. Fuck them Cowboys. It was so nice to see that. Anyway, this isn't sports talk. I just had to say it, man. Like, fucking, playoffs just happened, so I guess there's a game tonight, which is fucking weird. A Monday night game, playoff game. It's kind of strange. Cardinals, Rams. I don't really care. Once the Raiders are out, it's kind of like, oh, well. I'm almost like, as long as Tom Brady doesn't fucking win, I'll be happy. But more than likely, he's going to fucking win. Anyway, fucking what's up, people? How's your week going so far? Mine's all right. Just working, doing my thing. I have figured out a good way to do some things, but I kind of have to do it at home. So I'm going to try to get all that figured out, but I figured out a way to have my screen and another screen on since I can now use my phone. That way I can now have a share screen and all that kind of stuff that I've been wanting to do a little bit easier. So hopefully the next episode or two, I'll be doing that. I plan on doing something like, it's going to be kind of news orientated. It doesn't necessarily have to be news, I guess, but I'm going to call it just the headlines. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up either like news sites or whatever. And I'm literally just going to look at the headline and try to figure out what the story is and see if I can, figure it all out without actually reading into the article. Because I do it all the time. And I kind of joke that, I don't fucking, I don't go past the headlines, which isn't really true. But I just want to see how well you can grasp the actual content of an article just by looking at the headline. And I think I'm going to see that most of the time headlines are very, very deceiving, And I know that's probably not really news to anybody, but it's kind of funny. Sometimes you'll see something, you just want to go click on it, and then it don't even fucking talk about what it said in the headline, or it seems like there's a quote or some shit, and then it's never brought up or some shit. So I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be one of the things I do on my show now. And then, like I said, now that I can start watching content and stuff, I think I'm gonna go back and watch people's first podcasts and stuff like that, and just kind of commentate on that, kind of like Mystery Science Theater type shit. I think they already have one of those for Skanks. I think that's who the Skanks podcast is. But I just figure I'm just trying to get where I have a consistent thing going. So I'm gonna do a headlines, and then I'm gonna I haven't quite figured out what the segment's gonna be called. It's like I watched it or some shit like that. I don't know. But fucking, that'll be the new content coming up pretty soon. And I'm hoping maybe I can get like some kind of, you know, media to go along with it, you know, like an intro or some shit, just kind of dumb stuff. I thought about joining Prep Burger. Now, I think it's a thing still. This was a service that a lot of radio shows use to help them make content. And a lot of it's really bad. Like most of it, it's pretty bad. It's like, you know, War of the Roses type shit or, you know, Carmen Sandiego shit and just a lot of, you know, prepaid bits that you can either enter your own audio or, you know, make your own songs and shit like that. But they give you like the basics to do stuff. And I thought about doing that just to kind of make it like not professional, but like kind of like jokingly like, hey, check it out. Here's my bit. But we'll see. I don't know how much that service is. I can't imagine that it's like cheap because radio stations and shit use it. So it's probably pretty expensive. But I just thought about trying that out, you know, because like they give you like interviews with stars and shit. I just thought it'd be hilarious for me to like interview people, like giving them fucked up questions to their serious answers or whatever. I don't know if I get in trouble for that. I know like Opie and Anthony did it back in the day. Like I remember Jim Norton doing one with the dude from MASH. I can't think of his name. Hawkeye or whatever the fuck his name is. Or it might not have been that guy. I can't even fucking remember what his name is, but like they had a pre-written interview or whatever, and he kept asking these like awful questions, but then his answer almost kind of made sense. So I think I'm going to do that. At least check it out. Like I said, I don't know if they would even let me have that service. You probably have to be a part of radio stations or something. I don't know. Besides that, you know, of course, I'll still like tell life stories and life updates and stuff like that. Fucking speaking of life stories or life update, I just wanted to say everyone's doing pretty good. My baby girl is getting big. Like, it's crazy how fast she's growing. She's already flipping both ways. Like, she's a month ahead of where she's supposed to be, I guess. So that's pretty cool. Like, seeing her, you know, advance and shit. Like, the stuff that she does on a daily basis, it's just crazy to watch. Like, I know this isn't news to people who had kids, but like to watch this little human go from like barely doing like much, you know, just kind of opening their eyes, eating and moving a little bit to like this girl is doing crunches. She's like trying to do flips. All she wants to do is sit up now. She doesn't want to lay on your chest anymore. She kind of just wants to be on the mat or whatever, just trying to flip and just doing all this stuff. And it's pretty crazy. Like, she is so active. Like, it's crazy. So I can't imagine how she's going to be when she's crawling. I'm like, Dad, we're going to have to be worried about this little girl, like, just flying through the house, chasing after all the dogs and shit. And then I'm like, who knows? She might even just skip crawling. Like, her leg strength is pretty insane right now. Like, you can almost just hold her there and she'll stand up and like kind of start walking. Of course, you got to like hold her, you know, because she'll just kind of flop down or whatever. But like, it's pretty amazing, like how far she's come along. Like, I want to start feeding her food. That's the next thing I want to do. Like, I can't wait for her to just start tasting things and just experiencing all these new flavors and stuff like that. Like, the looks on her face are going to be so crazy. Like, just every day she makes like these new faces, like of amazement and shit. So I can't imagine how it's going to be when she's eating new foods. You know, all she's known is this fucking white substance her whole life. Milk. Like, all right, yeah, what's next? So I'm looking forward to doing that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. You know, we still got a couple months, I guess, before that. Like, I was all like, ask when the early as we can, because it says 6 months is recommended. But I was all like, nah, we'll just wait. But she's doing pretty good. Julia's doing awesome, being a great mom. I'm doing all right, just working, trying to do my best. Just loving my time at home with my family. Like, that's the biggest thing right now, is just like, all right, I just want to be home. I just want to be around my wife and my baby. It's, that's the number one goal right now. If I can figure out a way to not ever be away from them, that would be great. But, unfortunately, we have to pay bills. Fucking bills, man. Like, I saw this thing the other day. It was like, how can a country that owes like trillions of dollars give me a credit score? Like, tell me I have to pay my bills, but you motherfuckers don't. It's like, for real, man. Like, that kind of doesn't really make sense. Like, you should lead by example. How about you pay your bills first and then I'll start paying mine? But nah, like, guarantee if you don't pay your bills, they're on you like that. So it's kind of fucked up that it's that way. But that post the other day just kind of made me like, yeah, no fucking shit. How dare you give me a credit score when y'all's motherfuckers' credit score would be like 300? Fucking. Speaking of government or whatever, it's almost tax season. I can't wait to get that done, I guess. Last year we owed money, so we'll see what it's like this year. It's kind of fucked up, man. Like, definitely don't make that much money, and to owe money at the end of the year is just kind of like, that's fucked up, dude. But I don't know if our employer was taking out the right amount of taxes. So we'll see how it goes this year. Like, it was kind of weird because, like, it was that way a couple years ago. We owed money, and then we got money, and then we got money, and then we owed money. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just because Biden was president last year and my taxes changed or whatever, but we'll see how it goes this year. I know with the kid, it's supposed to, give us all kinds of tax breaks or whatever, but we'll see how that goes. I don't even know exactly what you got to do there, but yeah, I figure whatever money they're going to give us, that's just going right into savings for Kinsley. We'll probably use maybe a little bit to like do some of the legal stuff that we need to get done and stuff like that. But I definitely want to, I saw this really smart thing the other day. They said, if you want to help your child, open them a credit card account and just start building their credit score now. I was like, that's kind of crazy, Now, I don't know about doing that, but I definitely am like, yeah, we need to like start a savings account so that way we could just start putting money in there and just, never even look at it. But I was all like, I wonder if that actually works. Like, like I said, I don't see the need to do it when she's a, baby. She doesn't need credit score right now. Well, let's say like when they're teenagers and, getting ready to move or whatever, if I got them a credit card and, just made a couple of small purchases, paid it off, made their credit score go up, that'd probably really help them out a lot, probably. I'm like, damn, I wonder why, most parents have never really thought about doing that. But I think a lot of it is we just didn't have that kind of information. We didn't have like, oh, we could do that, so I just thought that was kind of a cool little thing. I was like, well, that's something I'll definitely think about, because that would be pretty cool to, when she's 18 and wants to go to college or whatever, if she has a really good credit score, she could just get her own apartment or whatever the fuck she wants to do. So, because that stupid ass credit score is like so important here. I don't really understand why we got to do that, but if there's a way to help my daughter when she's older, I guess I'll definitely look into that, because like I said, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. It's it's kind of funny. Like schools and stuff never really teach you how to be financially responsible. And our parents, well, I didn't really have parents, but parents didn't really, explain that to kids either growing up. That wasn't like a thing like, hey, why don't you start paying your bills on time or whatever, start charging them for electric and shit and, explaining them how, life actually works instead of just being like, all right, go have fun, figure it out yourself, Like it would have been nice to, have a little information on like, hey, if you do this right, you would have been able to get a mortgage on a house instead of having a shitty credit score, It's just things like that. It would have definitely been nice to have a little bit of help. And like I said, it sounds like it's not that hard to do any of that. So like I said, it might have not have been a thing when we were kids. I don't know. But like I said, I will definitely be doing that. I think it's a pretty good idea. Shit. I think I got to go here shortly. I got a few minutes. I hadn't really thought of any life stories to tell. And truthfully, I've done a few of these episodes already, and I can't even remember what the fuck I told you people. So, like, I'm going to have to, like, go back and listen to shit. Because, like, I can't remember what stories I've told. And, like, I don't want to repeat myself because I think I almost did one episode. I was going to tell that one embarrassing story about one of the first girls I ever liked. And then I just didn't tell it again. But yeah, I can't really think of anything that'd be quick enough for me to talk about right now. You know what? I did an episode the other day and it got fucked up and I didn't put it up. So I'm going to kind of redo a little bit of that right now. I just wanted to talk about Legion of Skanks for a minute. Louis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, and Dave Smith are the Legion of Skanks. It's a podcast. They've been around for 10 years almost now, or they over 10 years. Big J keeps bringing it up like we were supposed to celebrate, and they never did. Anyway, they are doing a Skankfest in Vegas, and man, I'm just like, damn, they're right here in my area. I would love to go to this. But it's so expensive, man. And coming from the culture of comedy that's kind of not expensive, it's kind of crazy that they're charging so much. Now, I understand it's like, it's $400 for the 4 nights, 3 days, or whatever the fuck it is. And it's like 200 comedians and all that. And I get it, dude. And festivals aren't cheap. Bonnaroo's expensive as fuck. It's Bonnaroo, Like, I understand, their shows have been doing really good every time. So I get wanting to keep making that money. But man, $400. Like I was almost going to be okay with like $250, maybe $3. But when I heard it was $400, I was like, damn, dog. Like that sucks. Like I definitely can't do that. Like I guess this isn't for the regular dude. Like I always thought that's what kind of Skankfest was about, was like, the regular fans and shit just being able to go and party with some fucking funny dudes and celebrities and shit. But $400, man, like I definitely can't do that shit. I just had a kid, so I'm a little bit different than most of their fans probably. But I know a lot of their fans have families and shit too. So it's like, are they really thinking about that? But I guess it doesn't really matter. They'll sell it out. Like, just because I can't go doesn't mean shit. But I was just a little disappointed in that. Because, man, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm going to Skankfest this year, dude. But it's like, yeah, I can't afford that. And it's like, yeah, I could just get a 1-day ticket or whatever. But that's kind of lame, too. So I was just like, nah, I'm just going to not go. But it would have been nice to go. It's a couple of days after my girl's birthday, though, too. So that was another reason of why I probably wouldn't be able to go. But yeah, I mean, $400 a ticket, like it would at least have to be me and probably, you know, one more person at least. And then like with hotels and food and all that shit, that's like a $1,500 trip. Like that's crazy. Like I said, I love those guys, and I like almost everybody that's going to be on that. I've watched every special of like Mark Norman and Norton and Bobby Kelly, and I mean everybody. I mean they're all funny as fuck. I love them all. Soda, like I said, all the Skanks, dude. Louis J, fucking Okerson, they all have amazing comedy acts, and I would love to go see that shit. Like I've seen Ari. I saw Ari and Coco Diaz. You know, that was fucking amazing. So like it makes me want to see this shit. And I expect like since it's in Vegas, who knows? Rogan's probably gonna be there, you know. It's gonna be a big lineup. But fuck. Just a little bit too much, man. But like I said, shout out to the Skanks, dude. I love those guys. I'm not fucking talking shit whatsoever. I was just like, damn, guys. I wish it was a little bit more affordable. That'd have been awesome. But for real, like, check it out. It's going to be October 14th or some shit like that. So if you want to see some funny ass comedy, Skankfest Vegas, it's on Fremont and everything. I'm pretty sure we already know where it's going to be. Like me and my dad looked it up. It's called a place called The Venue. And it's like they have like 10 stages and all kinds of shit. So I can imagine that's probably where the Skanks are going to have the show. But man, wish I was going. And I did say last the one I didn't put out, that I was worrying about Dave Smith not really feeling the show anymore, because there had been a couple of times where it's like he was like, yeah, I'm done. But you know, like that one week they went long, you could just see he was a little irritated or whatever. But like, dude, Dave Smith's been killing it the last couple of weeks, dude. Like he had me rolling last week. So I got to take all that back. Like, I'm not worried about Dave. He's got a kid. I get it. I got a kid too. So shit's hard. But dude's funny. So, all right. Well, I'm going to get out of here because I got to get back to work. I'm already late. But I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.